Hey now, what up? So, as we go through this and I attempt to do what is only right, you know, when I say only right, I mean literally it's only right. Uh, Obviously, I'm not doing this live, so screen share capabilities, because I don't have another monitor right now, diminished. I don't feel like disconnecting this other monitor. I just don't, it's not that serious. But it's a article. It's going to be in the link, and it's at MSN, and it's under the entertainment. But when I was looking for it, it came up under the crime section though. So, but it's isolated as under entertainment. But this is why it's so big. Okay, so Weinstein sexual assault prosecution would be, listen to this, the case of the century. So stakes high for Los Angeles District Attorney. The LA District Attorney Office announced this week it would not bring sexual assault charges against director James Toback, but it continues to consider what to do about Harvey Weinstein and the sexual allegations against him. The DA has been reviewing the case for several weeks, and prosecutors could take significantly more time to decide what to do. The stakes are high, given the revelations against Weinstein began the hashtag #MeToo movement and the series of allegations about powerful men in Hollywood and beyond. Now, what they're not going to say is that what actually really started it is the Bill Cosby case. But however, we're going to keep going forward. When it comes to sex crimes, Weinstein is the case of the century, said Steve Cooley, former Los Angeles District Attorney. Here's what we know about the case, and I'm going to read this entire article in its entirety. The case involves an Italian model actress who alleges Weinstein raped her in Beverly Hills hotel room 5 years ago. According to law enforcement sources, detectives believe the case is promising because the woman told her story to three people, including her priest. Relatively soon after the alleged attack, LAPD detectives have also obtained bills showing that she was at the hotel at the time, said the sources, who spoke on condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to discuss it publicly. One moment. Though the case is far from overwhelming, the sources said detectives have found little physical evidence of an attack and have been unable to secure proof that Weinstein was at the hotel when the woman says the rape occurred. Prosecutors will have one additional weapon at their disposal, a California law that allows them to introduce allegations by other women, even those that do not result in criminal charges. That hurts you. In October, the actress, 38, provided LAPD detectives with what she said was a moment-by-moment account of how Weinstein had bullied her into his hotel room in 2013 and attacked her. She told the Times that she and Weinstein had spoken briefly on the evening in question at the Los Angeles Italia Film, Fashion, and Art Fest. Later she said he showed up without warning in the lobby of her hotel, which surprised her because she didn't tell him where she was staying. He asked her to come up to her room. She told him no and offered to meet him downstairs, but soon he was knocking on her door. He bullied his way into my hotel room, saying, "I'm not going to have sex with you. I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk," the woman told the Times. Once inside, he asked me questions about myself, but soon became very aggressive and demanding and kept asking me to see me naked. She said Weinstein repeatedly bragged about his power and influence and told her not to fight him. She tried to show him pictures of her children as she cried and begged him to go away, she said. He grabbed me by my hair and forced me to do something I did not want to do. He then dragged me to the bathroom and forcibly raped me. She told the authorities about the incident at the time, so no rape kit was taken. As a result, the law enforcement said there was little physical evidence in this case. Right, because she did not tell the authorities about the incident at the time. No rape kit was taken, so they didn't do a rape kit because she didn't say anything about to the authorities. So you got to understand the parties of people that she told, like that friend, and then the priest, and I don't know who the other third person was. They obviously weren't people who told her to go and you need to go and do something about this. Uh, uh, However, going forward. LAPD spent months investigating the case. It it turned it over to prosecutors several weeks ago. An experienced sex crime deputy district attorney from a special task force recently spent more than 3 hours interviewing the actress, sources said. Los Angeles District Attorney Jackie Lacey established a special sex crime task force for the celebrity cases as the allegations against Weinstein and others expanded. So they created a task force just for this. Wow. But experts said it could take months for the DA's office to make its decision on whether to charge Weinstein. Cooley said all prosecutors are cautious when it comes to complex, high-profile cases, but the district attorney doesn't really make decisions in such cases. Rather, it's the prosecutors and sex crime units, and to some extent, head of criminal prosecutions. The district attorney isn't making the decision here. It may eventually come to her desk, Cooley said. Cooley said it is hard to ignore the suspect's name. Does the evidence show he committed the crime beyond a reasonable doubt? Is the question. But it's hard to forget it is a high-profile celebrity case when the whole world is watching. I don't understand how that actually even matters, because celebrity or not, if you rape somebody, or if you do something like that, if you commit a sex crime against somebody, the gravity doesn't change if you did that to that person. You understand? It doesn't change anything. And when they say this high-profile stuff, they're talking about reputations of the prosecutors. They don't want to risk their reputations and lose. Cooley said no prosecutor likes to lose such cases. I didn't even get there. It's funny, and it's talking about that. Pointing to another high-profile case that LA prosecutors lost. I had Robert Blake, and evidence showed he was guilty of murder, but a jury didn't agree. Here we go. Some 85 actresses, assistants, and models have accused Weinstein of sexual misconduct. Actress Annabella Sciorra, Rose McGowan, Lizette Anthony, Paz de la Huerta, all have publicly accused him of rape. Of the 3 Weinstein cases submitted by LAPD to the district attorney, 2 are outside the statute of limitations. One is a rape accusation and another a lewd acts allegation. But the accuser's story could be used if the producer were charged in another case. Beverly Hills have 2 investigations, but it doesn't matter because they can still use. Remember when they said that they have a law where they can just bring these people forward. It doesn't matter if it results in charges. They can use the information. However, I'm still going to read this. Beverly Hills police have 2 investigations of Weinstein under review by prosecutors. In addition, it probably would say at least 5, but it says at least 5 women have made reports to New York law enforcement, but I'm going to say at least 5. The Metropolitan Police in the UK have received reports from 9 women. This shit's getting international attention. That's why it's so huge, y'all. And they don't want to prosecute him here if it has international bounds, where he wins the case here, and then the people internationally don't feel like they want to take the case. So if these cases all if they all congeal at once, the chances of him being guilty or women found to being harlots and simply using this as a means of elevating their status within society or seeking monetary gain, whatever it is, it's all going to come to the light. And the reason why they're calling this the case of the century, because he's a white Jew boy. You understand that? And he shouldn't be in this situation where he's in any kind of peril, but he is. So understand, the Bill Cosby stuff kicked this off. All right? The Bill Cosby allegations. Because they're like, fuck, if we can go after Bill Cosby, and that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the dad of America, why can't we go after Harvey Weinstein? Once again, you have to ask yourself, who put the bug in these women's ear to even want to come forward years later? I mean, like, what possesses you to say something and then to not take physical action, or to seek physical action to be taken? These people have a lot of money. You need to understand that. So, it's just one of those things, Nobody is untouchable on planet Earth. Believes that. Okay? With that said, they're talking about this is the case of the century. Listen, y'all, this ties into my whole love is not a game. For the love of whatever, this man did these things. the love of his own power, his own. At that level, you could even call it lust for his own power. But however, maybe the love of justice has made these women come forward. You understand? See, love is not a game. I've been trying to say this to you. People have been thinking I'm using it in some kind of intimate sexual fashion. No, literally, love, the entirety of it is not a game, and it shouldn't be viewed as one, nor should it be played with by people who don't understand the gravity of the situations that they place others in or they place themselves within. With that said, I appreciate your time. I really do. Thank you, kind. Thank you, kind.